Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk on why I stopped playing Legend of Zelda, because if some of you guys follow me on Twitch, yeah, I was playing Legend of Zelda for a little bit. And the thing is this, it's a good game, don't get me wrong, but it's just a game that's not meant for me. The thing is that I like a challenge, but I just don't like to the point where I'm overthinking the game too much. And bruh, I'm telling you, like maybe I just need to, stop giving up on games so easily. But it's like when you're forcing me to be a part of some challenge that did not sign up for, I'm telling you, like there's so many games I can name off where when I started playing it off, it was easy, it was simple, it was nice. If you challenge yourself, you challenge yourself. If you don't, you don't. But with Legend of Zelda, especially with this last one that they came out with, Tears of the Kingdom, I think that's what it's called. Bruh, oh my god. I mean, for one, I don't get why. I had streamed that game on numerous occasions. This Tears of the Kingdom, I had streamed it on numerous occasions. Not once did they give me clothes. And then when I do get to an area where I gotta get clothes, I gotta get their version of money. I gotta get money pretty much to get clothes in there, and I'm like, what happened to the clothes that he started off with? He started off with clothes, but for some reason they decided, oh, well, let's just strip this man down, give him a skirt, have him go off in an area where it's like all this snow, ice, mountain, like it's cold pretty much. Have him go all the way up there, and I'm like, bruh, and the thing is this. When I play video games, I understand that, there are some games out there where they're going to be unrealistic. I get that. I understand that. That is 100% okay. But you have to think about it, though. Why would somebody, if they're going to go up a mountain with something, but they're not going to go up a mountain and not have no clothes. If they got to find clothes, make clothes, do something, they're going to get some sort of clothes, so they're not going off up in a mountain cold. Then they have it where it's like you go and you can get like a stick and you can make like a torch with it, right? Lasts maybe like a minute. Like it lasts maybe a minute and a half, probably not even that, probably like 45 seconds. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, realistically, yeah, you're gonna be off up in some mountain cold. But if we're talking on this torch, the torch ain't gonna last only about 45 seconds to a minute. Nah, bruh, you gonna have to change that up. You gonna have to do something. So that's why I'm like, nah, man, I didn't even want to fool with that game no more. Because I was like, you're out here challenging people for what reason? Like, you're giving people like me where it's like you're short-tempered. Games like that, it's not meant for you. It's not, at least for me, it's not meant for me. But yeah, man, I'm like, I don't want to sit down and play a game, and then every time I'm playing the game, it's like I'm getting stressed out because I'm trying to figure out what to do, what's going on. Why am I finding this girl Zelda if she don't want to be found? I'm saying, like, I'm having to go through these. If I guarantee and I promise you, if Zelda would have been the only game that I was playing, I would have been so stressed out by now. Like, nah, bro. Like, the side of my head would have been pulsating. Like, I knew how stressed I was gonna get if I continuously sat down and kept playing that game. Now, and that was the thing. It was like misled seeing friends play it, and I'm like seeing how far that they progressed in the game, and I'm like, fam, why am I not having that same progression? I'm like, do I need to play Breath of the Wild? I'm like, maybe that's what I need to do, play and beat Breath of the Wild so I could get a better understanding of Tears of the Kingdom, because oh my god, man, I have never. Legend of Zelda, that's a game, and it's funny because, so the whole reason why I even knew of Legend of Zelda in the first place is because of my dad. My dad, he played, well, it was like he played video games like years ago. I think more so back in the 90s. But I think that's like when the Legend of Zelda game, whenever the first few Legend of Zelda games came out, I think he played those ones. So anyways, that's how I had heard about Legend of Zelda. And then, just kind of hearing it from a bunch of other, like a few other people and stuff. So I remember there was a day where me and him had both went up to GameStops. I couldn't remember what game that I got, but I remember he got Legend of Zelda. I think that was the game too, where it's like they just gave him the case. They didn't give him the game. I remember I looked inside the case. I can't remember why. It was either for the menu or something, but I remember because this was like some years ago. Like this was back like when the Nintendo Wii's were a thing, because that's what platform he got it for. So anyways, or yeah, that's that okay, we're just I need to take a breather because I feel like if I don't take breathers, now I start messing up. So okay, so anyways, we're moving on in this story. But no, so he opens up the case, the game is not in there. It was something where it was like, I kind of found it funny, but at the same time, I'm like, how do you forget the game? Because I'm like, that's the only reason why you go up to GameStops in the first place, for the video game. So yeah, he was a little mad about that. But anyways, so he gets the game. I remember he had to like herd some animals or something inside this barn, I think. And I'll never forget how like I can feel my like dad being stressed out. I couldn't really see his face, but I can feel that he was getting stressed out, because right when the animals would get lined up, they all would just scatter. And that was something where I was like, fam, like I not even thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, that's unfortunate. Years later, get Breath of the Wild. I remember I played a little bit of that. I got like somewhat through it. But then it was Tears of the Kingdom where I was like, no, that game was either going to make me or break me. It broke me. It broke me in pieces, because I was like, bruh, I don't get, the thing is this, all right? And again, talking on this challenge and stuff, you know, they need to set it where it's like, okay, do you want like a hard challenge? Do you want a challenge you could just get through? Like what do you want? Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's spending $70-something for this video game. And the thing is this, I didn't want to waste my money. So I really did not want to trade the game in, but I ended up trading the game in for another game that I will talk on at some point in time. But no, like I traded the game in, and I'm like, now I feel kind of like, well, why did I buy the game in the first place? Like, you know, but that's the thing, like being misled, thinking like, okay, seeing other people play it. And I'm like, that's why with some video games, you got to do your research first. And I'm like, nah, I just know like when a game comes out, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to read around. I'm going to watch videos. I'm going to see other people play the game before I remotely fix both of my legs to take me up to the nearest store that sells video games. I am going to do as much research as I possibly can before I remotely buy another video game. Because nah, man, with these, I'm gonna keep this episode about Legend of Zelda, but I promise you I will talk on this theory that I came up with video games, because I think something strange is going on in the gaming industry. But yeah, man, like with Legend of Zelda, you know, all right, so let me just, you know, for those wondering, like, okay, well, what do they have you, you know, doing, or what's really going on in that game and stuff. So the game starts off with Zelda, like, there you go and you reach like this weird like skeleton looking thing, and then it starts acting weird. Zelda falls off this cliff. I'm like, my thing is this, for one, I don't know why you guys even fooling around with like some like caves and deep dark tunnels. That's you should know that stuff is gonna lead you to danger. But regardless, so Zelda falls off, Link gets stripped down butt naked, ends up having to find his way, like, no. So actually so they explain it later on, but at some point in time, like, you're ended up floating over the area that you're supposed to be at. So I'm thinking this whole time where I was originally at, I'm thinking this is it. This was the map where like I don't know, but I was like, okay, maybe I haven't really explored all the stuff that I needed to explore. But no, it turns out I'm floating up. So, and it was like, okay, I kind of had like a suspicion, but I didn't realize like the rest. I just thought that that's how the world was set up and things. So anyways, they have me going around trying to find all these going to all these different like temples or no, shrines. That's what they're calling them. Having me going through all these different shrines, trying to figure out how to connect things together or how to move things, doing all these different stuff that's gonna help me when I eventually get to the real world. So it's pretty much like the beginning portion of this last Legend of Zelda is like you going through school and then like going through all that stuff, and then once when you get down to the lower part of the world and stuff, that's the real world. That's where it's like, okay, like, yeah, the real world is either gonna make you or break you. And so yeah, once when I had got down, like, you know, from wherever, oh yeah, then they had me go through this cold mountain. Still don't have no clothes. So the videos of me playing Legend of Zelda, they will come out at some point in time. I got like a gang of Twitch streams that I need to post on my YouTube channel, because I have a YouTube channel. It's like, yeah, I just post like all like my like archived, or not archived, but well, they do no, they just delete itself. Like Twitch is low key like a Snapchat. It's kind of weird how they got stuff, but anyways, but yeah, overall though, yeah, there's just like a bunch of Twitch videos that I need to upload, but the Legend of Zelda videos, they will come out at some point in time, and I'll most likely post clips and all that stuff promoting them and things. But anyways, so what was I talking about? I had completely got distracted and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, they yeah, the cold mountain area, blah blah blah. So they end up having me go down to this lower part. And right when you think you done found this girl, right, talking on Zelda, then she disappears again. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, if you can teleport to all these different areas and we're seeing you and I'm able to pass off stuff to you, why won't you try to find, like, instead of me having to go through this journey of however long it's gonna take me, why not just meet me halfway? But I'm like, oh, this going around and doing this extra stuff, I'm like, nah, man, I can't do it. My mind, it's just, I don't have the mental, you know, state to go through all that right now. I really have to, like, you know, try to, I think at some point in time, you know, maybe if the game is on sale or something, then, yeah, I'll probably go out, buy it again, buy both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so I can play both of those games and get a better just really get in that mindset of playing Legend of Zelda. But actually, you know, no, I think they have like whatchamacallit, a Legend of Zelda like game on the dang, man, on the like Nintendo Online thing. So yeah, I'll probably at some point play the older ones and stuff, get a better understanding, and then play the newer ones. But yeah, man, it's like these games, I'm like, bro, why? I'm like, the thing is this, and that's why I more so wanted to buy or play the game, is because I like adventure games. I love adventure type games where they just sending you on wild journeys, but at the same time, I will also like for the game to work with me, not against me. Legend of Zelda was 100% working against me. I have never felt so stressed out when playing a game. I'm like, it's been a minute. It has been a minute since I felt like this before. And man, I'm telling you, like, I'm just gonna watch my friends play. Like, one of my friends, she was, no, this is the friend that actually, you know, like, you know, she was the whole reason why I had even went out and bought the game, just seeing how much fun she was having. But, shout out to my friend, Miss Fufu. But, no, like, I just saw her playing and was like, oh, okay, you know, I'd like, just go out and buy it. But I'm like, now I'm just gonna watch her. She apologized because she was all like, she thought that she was spoiling the game for me. And I'm like, trust me, all this stuff that you're doing and things, like, where I'm at and where you're at, you done played these games. So you know what you're getting yourself into. I don't know what's going on right now. So yeah, I'm like, Legend of Zelda, it's one of those games where you gotta like mentally be there for it. But if you're not mentally there for it, I guarantee and I promise you, it's not gonna be fun. All right, it is not going to be fun at all. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to play like the older versions and then eventually work my way up to the newer versions and stuff, so I could just get a better understanding. But yeah, it was like, and then that's another thing, like I just realized that with like Nintendo games, you don't really be getting achievements and stuff, not that I know of, or they just did have it where I was getting achievements right then and there. But I'm like, bro, all this stuff that I'm going through at least make me feel somewhat better about what I'm doing. I felt like I didn't achieve nothing in that game. So Yeah, Legend of Zelda, it's one of those games I'm like, nah, man. Even when Breath of the Wild, when I started off on that, it was like, it wasn't as hard and stuff. Like, it wasn't as challenging. And I'm like, yeah, with Tears of the Kingdom, I'm like, bro, there's at one point where I didn't even, like, I got stuck where I was at. Like, I didn't even realize where I needed to go or what I needed to do. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, give me a hint. Tell me something. But if I don't know nothing, bro, that's why I was like, nope. I traded that game in, and I was like, nah, I can't play that game anymore, man. It's hard. I was like, I think I'm gonna need to get through some adventure like games and then eventually work my way up to playing Legend of Zelda again. But in the meantime, no, I'm chilling. Yeah, I was like I said, I traded in for Street Fighter 6. So yeah, I'm gonna talk on that game because there's some stuff that's going on in there where I'm like, why is that even in the game? Like, I'm gonna save that for another episode. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 50 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And Kick at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page too. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It would knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you are purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It would knock 10% off of your next purchase. And if you are purchasing any controller accessories from Fatal Grips, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will also knock 10% off your next purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.